I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
Alright. Crows and rats, no one likes them. Alright, let's take a look around. What do we get? Crap. That might actually not be crap, but it looks pretty crap. We'll see if the Man-at-Arms protection boots is actually worth it on this. Let's take a look at the Vestals! No. No Vestals. Got a Man-at-Arms, though. So we're making work. We got like 5 more occultists. Okay. Quite a shitty leper. Warrior of Light. Not the greatest in this playthrough, I'll admit. Arbalist. Fragile, stressed out Arbalist. Cultist with Early Riser. Also quite useless. And a Cultist with Clutch Hitter. Unholy Slayer. And Claustrophobia. Alright, we have 3 level 1. Let's sort by... Alright, first of all, let's go to our mission screen. Pull these off. How do you counter the increased chance of a shambler fight? You flee. You take the stress hit, you camp afterwards. This just makes it one more thing that's harder, because some missions, instead of getting a camp when you want to camp, you'll just lose like 80 stress on all your characters right at the start. Sometimes with afflictions. It's really unpleasant. You can sometimes kill shamblers at the lower levels if you can stack stun. If you can get your guys, if you don't run double stun items on one of your faster characters, you can sometimes stun a shambler and get an entire round of damage on it, and then an entire next round of damage on it before it acts. And sometimes you can't often one-shot it, but you can sometimes set it up to like 4-round kill it, and then you can just ignore the summons, which makes the fight much easier. The other problem is, if you don't do that, if you don't get the stun off, you pretty much have to deal with the summons before they stack up too much damage, and often the combined dot plus stress damage that you're taking during that just outpaces your healing too quickly, and you get fucked. So I think we're past 50 characters. I mean, we've had 5 a week. We're in week 10, and we got the bonus. I think we're at like 50. This is week. So we've had 9 weeks of recruitment at 5. So we've had 45. We're at 51. Yeah, 51 characters right now with no fucking Vestals. Yep, death is always gonna be stress, dot, or low. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what happens, Lundar. That's how you lose characters for sure. And yes, I'm very much looking forward to the DLC. It's part of what sparked my interest in playing again, was I hadn't played in a while, and I'm like, I don't want to be super rusty when the DLC comes out. So 4 Hound Masters and stack the bleed up with the AoE. Running 4 Hound Masters sounds greedy as fuck. But maybe. I mean, we have 4 Hound Masters. We haven't got more than 4 Hound Masters. We've recruited every Hound Master available. Alright, speaking of, let's get our Man-at-Arms. So I was just deciding who to dismiss. So I was getting those characters out of the way so I can sort by class so I can see how many of each character I have. I do not need 3 Hellions. I'm not going to use 3 Hellions. I'm going to maybe use 1 or 2. I'm not using 3. So the Eldritch one and the Runes one are the ones to go with. So let's get rid of Greg K. And when I dismiss a character,
This one has become vestigial.
we're going to rename
Useless.
that one. Alright. What does he get for his abilities? Didn't roll that well on abilities. I'm missing Bellow, but it's okay.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
Lundarian, when you're directly messaging me and not just talking to other people in chat, either asking me questions or talking about the trinkets, would you put @FilthyRobot in the front of it, please, so I get the highlight notification? It makes it easier for me to follow that conversation as I'm doing other things. Alright, we could get a bag of marbles. Yep, that seems like a high priority item. We now have the Siren available. Quickening Satchel is decent in the early game before you have damage items. Seabird. Are you in this playthrough, One Can of Sprite, yet? You're on my list, but not in this playthrough yet. Soon! Soon. Alright, I don't have a position I want to go to here. I guess if I had to choose an item, I would pick the Speed Stone. It's not bad.
A generous bestowal.
Hey, Son in Exile. I can put you on the list and try to get you in there. We are fully named right now. Thank you very much for the donation. And we'll get you in there as soon as we can. So, Hey, Leah, am I taking an extended break from Civ? Not necessarily. I'm waiting for the patch of the NQ mod to catch up to the most recent version of the game before I do anything with that. I'm out of town this weekend anyway, so my normal Civ time is compromised, and I've been enjoying the hell out of Darkest Dungeon, and it seems like the viewers have too, so. I know, it's so bullshit right now with the Vestal layout. Okay, we're going to the ruins. We're going to the ruins for an item. It is kind of bad. We are... I mean, we what did we finish last time with? We had like 20 weeks left or something, right? So I'm not too worried about the timing on this campaign. So I'm going to keep taking the low-hanging fruit, the items that are decent, getting a chance to level characters, things like that. So let's run Greg. Let's run... no, let's run Deadpool. Get him in there. Get him to level 2 or 3. Because this is the guy I'm going to want. I'm going to want this character to kill the Prophet and the Necromancer. So I'd like to get him at least level 1 or 2 to do that. So that would be good. So. A week limit in this game? Yes, there is. Alright, more scouting. We could push up one of our guys to level 2. I mean, this is a very low amount. I think it's 2 experience for a mission, a level 0 mission, which isn't much. Could run you Bushstead again, and an occultist, runes tactician. Obsessed with Sainthood's not a good one to have in the runes because there's a lot of saint interactions that would be nice to take. Jack Mortar with Field Explorer and Shocker. I don't really want Shocker in there either, but most of my other occultists are stressed as fuck. We could dismiss Suteic and grab a different occultist. I think we had another level 0. That might be better. So make Suteic, upgrade Suteic to a different occultist. Early Risers, total shit for us. Clutch Hitter, Unholy Slayer, Claustrophobia, Love Interest. That's a little bit more interesting to me for this. So let's get rid of Suteic and, you know, how does it go? The king is dead, long live the king. For Suteic. So Suteic is dead, long live Suteic. No, not rename. Dismiss. Okay.
Those without the stomach for this place must move on.
Let's take a look at that, Lendarian. Yeah, that's an idea, Lendarian. I have thought about that. Yes, they do have to pass 2 roll checks. That is the downside of that. Alright, chat, we need a command with Civ 6 moderators. I'm already answering this question repeatedly over and over again. I do have a plan, so I'll answer this one more time and we can get a summary of this for a command, and then I don't have to answer it directly. I will be doing a how good is video on Poland at some point. It will be after Christmas. I will be playing Poland as soon as the NQ mod catches up to the patch version of the base version, and when I get back from visiting family. So soon, but not now, is the answers to all that. All right, let's take a look. Suteic with the slightly better heals here. I could run Hound in the back and then run Man at Arms there. That wouldn't be terrible. Alternatively, we could look for Plague Doctor in the back, which always seems pretty good to me. We have an Unholy Slayer. I don't want Dactomania. That's fine. Rune Scrounger too. Looks good. We'll run Sturm Daddy in here. Okay. Nope, that's no problem, man. It's getting asked repeated questions is part of the job description for Twitch. It's just that this is why we have moderators and mod commands, or commands for this, is so that I don't have to answer them directly every single time when it's a really commonly asked question that a lot of people want to know the answer to, and it's a totally reasonable one to do. We just got an expansion or a DLC available for a game that I am playing heavily, Civilization 6, so it's totally reasonable to ask about, well, when are you going to play it? What do you think of it? So don't feel bad about that. The question asking just, yeah, anyways. Alright, accuracy. And are we gonna run minus speed for plus blight chance? I am very tired of them fucking resisting my stuff. I don't know about that though. What if I ran no accuracy and I ran speed and minus speed, but I got my blight chance out of it? That kind of feels good. All right, we'll run that for now. The healer can run nothing. The Hound will run scouting, double scouting. The Hellion will run damage and accuracy. And I didn't run disease resist, right? I did bring fucking Blightstone. Cool. Alright, looks good. Let's go take a look at the our skills. Deadpool needs Iron Swan. There's no way around that. And he also needs If It Bleeds. Although If It Bleeds is very weak in this dungeon. So I don't think I'm going to use it on this. I don't think I'm going to train it now. I might get the reduction in time cost before I have to train it again. This is fine. Tag needs heals. He also needs a knife. Okay. And Sturm needs bigger and better dots. Bigger and better heals. Bigger and better dots. Right. There was nothing in the wagon. We need stress heals. Alright, Lone Watcher. Quite stressed, no negatives. Could be a solid bounty hunter. Garzul, we need to get the guys down. Alright, Solitaire will only meditate because he is now enlightened and an egomaniac. Oh man, Sully. And Garzul and Lone Watcher, huh? I'm gonna have a mixed mind here. I want to minimize the amount of resources I spend in the Abbey, but this is a low light, no stun mission, so we're gonna get a lot of stress. So I do need to have the ability to reliably cure stress, which I actually don't need to do when I have stuns available. Yeah, I don't have any items for the occultist, so I think so. I could up this. I think I'm going to. At least one level. Just I've been very aggressive with spending my resources because this is just a harder playthrough than we've played ever before. And I'm being very active about transmuting these into the stuff needed to get things like a better chance at a fucking Vestal. Which doesn't seem to have helped us any, but hypothetically will increase our odds, right? So, I'm a little bit worried about that type of stuff, but let's keep going. Head for this. We have items. There's no items I can do with the occultist, right? I mean, this is for Eldritch. There's no Eldritch in this dungeon. I don't need Manslayer on them. I mean, I could, but it's 2 dodge. Do I want to trade 2 dodge for the chance of rolling men? There are brigands that spawn, but I don't think it's worth it. Let's go. Yeah, well, I don't think it's worthless, Algun, but I also agree that when you play very well, it's rare that, when you really know what you're doing, it's rare that you have to use it. Okay, 1 bandage for shits when shit gets out of control. It's a short run. We'll bring 1 skeleton key, 2 shovels, and 1 holy water. Alright, let's do it. The Vestal, what is that? Is it edible? All Vestals are edible. Yep.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat?
Yeah,
of our
there. I mean,
noble
sure. If I
line.
encounter humans, but humans are pretty low percentage in the runes, so I'm not too worried about that. I don't know if I turn on the correct skills here. I know I trained them, but I don't actually remember if I turned them on. Yeah, I don't think I turned them on here. Like, this would be a much better Dirk stab. Oops.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offense.
What does breakthrough do for damage? 4 to 7. No.
Another one falls.
That is a great emote. The lewd one. That's shitty stress seal, bro. Not good. He might act before us now. He has speed 3, we're only speed 5. But no, Deadpool wants his shot. Awesome.
Cleansed from our lands.
Alright, let's make sure our actual skills are on before we get into some trouble. Looks good.
Curious
We
is
found a
the
trap, and it went
Maker's
to our
art.
most stressed character, of course,
His
because
efficacy unwitnessed
why
with
not?
his own eyes.
All right, 100% of room battles. We did find a chest over here. Tempting goblet. Oh, come on! Don't start me afflicted. Don't do it. Don't do it. Right, we need damage on these back ranks. Bone rabble. So we can't hit position 3 or 4. So we just need to spread some damage out this way. That guy's a better target because we can Iron Swarm the back. Let's go ahead and dot. Let's go ahead and Iron Swarm there. They're both dead to dots. Oh, actually, this one just got obliterated. Never mind. Do a heal there. Oh, thanks, Revan. Merry Christmas to you as well. I will forget to say things like that. Like Hafu's out there like tweeting like to all of her followers like Merry Christmas and you know like enjoy the seasons and stuff, and I'm like fuck this bone rabble. that's like what I'm remembering to say. All right, kind of wouldn't mind stress healing here. Probably not worth it. You just kill this guy. He's dead, right? No.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I'm really surprised he hasn't acted yet. No.
The slow death.
Don't like the stress.
Unforeseen, unforgiving.
Oh, easy game. That's all the room battles. There was one room battle. What if we had gone the other way? Anyways.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Easy game. We could walk out of here with like no more stress, but we have a lot of curios, a lot of curio interaction items that we paid for, and I would really like to get some value out of that. Found a trap too. That's really strong.
Mechanical hazards.
We didn't
Possessed
bring
by
any
evil
stuff to interact
intent.
with that. Don't you guys do it. So we just picked up like 100 billion stress. I have so much scouting in this group. Could I get a scout roll? Are you kidding me right now? It's 40 there, and there is... Didn't someone else? I think this guy had Runes Explorer, right? So I have 50. It's 50 scout plus. Come on. Actually scout something so I could, you know, use traps for disarms and figure out when I have fights and take a look at curios and all the good stuff you get with scouting, not be surprised. All of that kind of thing. Is that a possibility? No.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
He's dead to dot.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
All right. Come on, scout ping. Yes! Man, we've had 4 piles of books. One there, one there, one there, and one here. Books are useless. That's really unfortunate. Light armored characters in front rank gives bonus scouting. Is that right? What constitutes a light armored character? All right, double bone rabble. Hello, Akbar. You know what we're setting up for. Glorious breakthrough.
Disadvantage.
Yes.
Give them no quarter. Seize this momentum.
All right, at least it's not books.
Push on to the task's
I
end.
don't want books. Books in Darkest Dungeon are the equivalent of getting socks for Christmas. That's what books are in Darkest Dungeon. No! Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Focused.
A moment of clarity in the eye of the storm.
America. soldiers, they can hit us for healing. Aqua. They get older. 4. If I do a little damage there, you can't do anything to me next round. Good enough. We have a dog biscuit too. This is literally the last fight too. We should be using dog biscuits, but okay. A stumble for a crit? You can't crit on stumbles, you piece of crap. Oh my god. Cheating bone soldiers. Give them the dots. Why am I not using the thing? I don't know. Forgot again. Now he lives at 1 health to do an extra attack with another crit. Are you fucking kidding me right now? We can lose our hound. Wow. This guy still has an action too. The double crits for 15 on this guy have just really fucked us. It'd be really nice if we could kill this guy. 8 to 16 damage. He's well within our damage range. Okay, so no action on the hound. Fucking crits, man. This is not okay. Not okay at all. Goddamn crits!
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yeah. Or really fast because they crit you every round.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
All right. Well, that was probably not worth continuing that mission. But there was a chance. We have to take that chance, right? Because we paid for stuff up front that we need to get value back on, and we didn't get value back on it because every single curio was a fucking stack of books. So. All right. God-fearing. No other negatives. That's good. Stern Daddy is afflicted again.